everybody out there. I'm excited for this episode. I have Miss Sharisa here, and we are going to talk all about numbers. All about
Yes.
numbers, and it's going to be fun. So, but before we jump into that, let me go ahead and play my little intro. This video has been made possible by House of Oya Botanica, your one-stop shop for all of your spiritual needs. And if you're checking us out on Facebook, don't forget to heart, follow, and share this broadcast out. And if you are on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share as well. All right, thanks for tuning in, and on with the show. Okay. Okay, we got some comments coming in. I have to put it on my phone so I can actually see it. Or maybe I should go to the actual comment section over here. I still ain't figured this out. Hey, Telu. All right, so Sharisa, I'm so happy that you're here.
Yes.
Because you have a lot of knowledge. And I think one of the things, the reason why I really want to do this show is because one of the things that a lot of people come into is seeing like repeated number patterns. And if you're not in tune, you know, it can just kind of make you go like, wow, what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? Anyway, and so I know I've come into that point of time myself where I'm questioning everything. But before we get into the nitty gritty, I just want to talk to you first. Like, how has your spiritual journey been? Like, how have you gotten to this point?
It's been a journey for sure. I am a Baptist Christian type of chick. That's my background, religious wise. I'm a mother, prior military. I'm a servant to the government once before, and that's what triggered my spirituality journey. Just going through life and realizing it's something more. I'm missing something. Yeah, and I received that message from God in 2021. I was walking around in the house, and God just, my higher self spoke to me, which is, God telling you something's missing. And since then, I've been on a journey. And after that was spoken to me, I seen 666, and everybody know that's considered to be the mark of the beast. That is far from the truth. And when my best friend told me, "Hey, you need to look that number up," and because she's very comfortable in her spirituality, and when I looked it up, that's what really triggered me to dive deeper into numbers. But you have to be sensitive, very sensitive to it, because you'll miss it every time. Yeah.
So the point in your life when you saw the 666, like, was that where, when you said that you were questioning, trying to figure out what's next, is that when that number popped up, when you were like, oh, what is going on? What do I do now?
Yeah, it was, I'm missing something, and then I was heading to get me some coffee from the coffee shop, and it appeared on the receipt. And I was like, what is this? And then from being a Baptist, being in the church for so many years, I'm like, oh my gosh, the devil after me. No, that is not the case. So after looking up the true meaning of it, I realized that God always talked to us, and it's more than one way that he can reach you. And I feel like numbers is all around us. So numbers you'll see God can get an answer quicker to you by a number versus you sitting down trying to meditate.
Mm,
Because a
mm,
lot of people, because I'll be honest, I'm terrible at meditating, but
okay.
I can have a number to come through, and you don't even have to ask your higher self, because it's actually when those numbers come through, it's your guardian angels, it's your ancestors, it's God, is it's ascended masters, whoever, whatever religion or belief you know resonate with. It's that's their way of communicating with you when you don't have time, or when you
Mm,
don't make time to sit down somewhere and and
mm,
and and just listen. And that's called
yeah.
meditation. So when you can't do that, they like, okay, we'll work with you, we'll send you some numbers. And you have
Mm,
to research those numbers. And I will say, I've been doing this since 2021, and I have learned that these numbers are spot on. I don't even ask
mm,
for their advice, and they give it to me through numbers. So,
mm,
yeah, they check me through numbers, they comfort me through numbers, um, and they guide me through numbers on my spiritual journey. So, numbers are real as far as communicating with the spiritual realm.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's I can't repeat it correctly, but as I'm listening to you talk, and I can't remember if I mentioned this to you before or not, but how this is gonna come out all sounding all kind of crazy, but I think y'all gonna follow me. Um, like how numbers are like an ancient language that's helped to pretty much form the universe. And this is kind of just coming to me, and how, higher powers, ascendant masters, whoever it is, the creator, got like used numbers. Okay, so let me back up a second. The reason why I'm saying all of that is because, like, I watched a lot of, like how the universe began and all that stuff. And I'm sorry, this dog won't leave me alone. Say hello, Dreamy. Say hello. And how everything is like perfectly, oh god, I'm gonna make up a word, geometry, like the geometry used to, do y'all get what I'm trying to say? Because God knows I
Yeah.
can't get it out right. Do
Yeah.
you see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I understand. I mean, we are surrounded by numbers. Everything is defined by a number. Even with technology, they use numbers. If you break it all the way down to the bare bones, you got 1100. So you can't escape numbers. Everything happened in number, from pregnancy, from
Mm,
your age, how go from a baby to your elderly age. I mean, everything evolves numbers,
mm,
and every number means something. It's
mm,
nothing that God has made here on earth is in vain. Even though
mm.
society may think, and they use numbers when they're pricing stuff. They use
Well,
well, angel numbers is the just the tipping point. Like they do the little simple ones to make society don't think too much of it, but it's really deeper than that, and they know it too. And that's why they
wow,
use certain numbers when they price stuff, when they label buildings, when they're it gives a different a vibration,
wow,
and it can bring abundance to you. Whatever you're calling into your life, a number is the reason for that. Yeah.
wow.
And if
I
that
didn't know.
number is appearing, if you pull up to a gas station and you see 99, or you say $10.99, actually the world doesn't tell you that the 99 is like, hey, look at me, look at me. But
Mm,
you looking at the 10. The 10 is the message, not the 99. Or if
wow.
you you pull them, you see 777, you're like, oh, okay. That's like, look at me, look at me. But the other
Mm,
number that's next to it is the message that your spiritual team, whoever you rock with, is trying to get a
yeah.
message to you. So,
Huh.
but society been using numbers forever, and they can't escape it. They don't talk about it, But that's what that's what I have found with my journey, is that they are very important, and your spiritual team talk to you all day long with numbers if you are
Mm,
sensitive enough to listen, because we
mm,
all are busy. We don't have, sometimes we don't have time to even do self-care, but
mm,
they would tell you through numbers what you need to do. And now, as far as going about it, you have to go a little bit deeper with your spiritual team, ask God, but they'll still send numbers your way, people, whatever, but nothing's in vain. But I feel like if you're a lazy Christian, or if you lazy, at, you're not really doing your all in all when it comes to your spiritual practice.
yeah,
Numbers are there to, help you and lift you and get you back on track.
nice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even realize that, as far as like when going back to when you said if you see like 777, it's the number before or after, where it's like, hey, look at me. I didn't even, and the
Yeah.
pricing.
Pricing, when they trying to get something off the shelf, they price it a
Hmm.
certain way. You like Walmart, if they trying to, you see 888, that's a,
Yeah.
they trying to get this off the shelf. 777, 666, 333.
Yeah.
I have seen gas prices 333. Hey, they like, hey, Angel, I need y'all to help move this gas up out of here, out of our business.
Yeah.
Everything has a divine purpose, and
Mm,
numbers is an easy way to communicate with the spiritual realm and also elevate you even
mm,
higher. Whatever, like I said, it's no discrimination, because at the end of the day, we pray to one God, but we can use
mm,
many spirits. They are at
mhm,
our disposal. They like, hey, I'm here to help you. What's up? And you be like, I
mhm,
don't know what to do, and they can't talk to you because they don't talk like you. So that's
mhm,
why they send numbers, so they can get it to you in a way that you can understand it. So
mhm, mhm.
yeah.
Oh, dang. Now I'm gonna have to pay attention because Walmart, I swear, they got the way they price stuff, you don't never see it anywhere else.
No,
Excuse me.
and that's why they are so successful. Because when I see certain, like I said, 997733221100, every number
Mhm,
means something, and they price
mhm,
it strategically so they can make money. They ain't just
mm.
randomly pulling prices about the sky. They're like, you know what? We need to price it this way. No, they know the tricks of the trade.
Wow,
That's why they successful. Uh,
wow.
but they don't teach that. They make you just think, oh, just focus on the 7-7. No, no.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, your spiritual training team is trying to get your attention with those numbers. That's the attention seeking numbers. They mean something, but
Mhm,
if you're going through something in your life,
mm,
777 is not covering that. It's actually getting your attention to another number that's
mm,
adjacent to it or in the area of that number.
mm.
Now,
I didn't even think of
sometimes, now actually will just send you the triple digit, double digit, same single number, and that just saying, hey, how you doing? But if they really trying to get your attention, they are sending that number because they know everybody conditioned to at least pay attention to it. And then they'll
yeah.
move your attention to the other number that's next to it. Like if you get notifications on your
Mhm,
phone and you got
mhm,
the time, like for example, you got the time say, oh, okay, it's 3:30, 3:34. But your
mhm.
charge, if you look at your charge number, like how much charge you got left on your phone, sometimes you can stroll down and say, oh, I got 66% left.
Mm.
They the 66 is saying, hey, look up the meaning for 334.
Wow.
That's your message. Or
Wow.
if you see a notification and it comes, everything is intentional. And
Mhm,
if you see a number that comes in repeatedly, like three
mm,
times, minimum two, like if you see it flashing a notification in the time, it come in at 10:54, 10:54.
mhm,
they're like, hey, pay attention. I need you to look up that meaning. Cause that's
Wow.
what, whatever you thinking about, whatever you stressing about, they like, hey, look up that number because it's gonna address that,
Yeah.
or
Now I'm
it's
gonna.
gonna help you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they talk to you all day long. I clearly keep a little notepad on my phone, and I annotate them throughout the day. And I've been bad about it, but I would go back and look at them and research.
Mm,
And sure enough, those numbers cover what I was thinking about without asking source.
yeah. That's a
Yeah.
really good idea. That's a really good idea, especially for anybody that's listening. If you're, if you've always wanted to know what the numbers are trying to tell you, or if you need to get more information, then, make a note of it. And then I would say probably make a note of maybe what question you asked or how you might have been feeling in that moment. So that way
Yeah.
you can go back and take a look.
Yeah. Because
Mhm,
whatever you feel that moment, enough, and if it's
mhm,
real, your spiritual team is the biggest cheerleaders ever. They
yeah.
ride hard for you. And when I say spiritual team, it's whoever you resonate with, as far as spirits you work with. Me personally, my spiritual team is God the Father,
Mm,
Jesus, the Holy Spirit, archangels, guardian angels, and my
mm,
ancestors. And typically your
mm,
guardian angels are ancestors of yours
mm,
that you
mm,
never met, that you never
mm,
met,
mm,
but you embody their personalities because it's something in you that they want to
mm,
do through you,
mm.
and they guiding you. So, and God assigned them to you,
Yeah.
so you can be the one in your family, if you willing to listen, to break through.
Ooh, now you better start preaching.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes. So guardian angels, that's my spiritual team. But
yeah.
whoever you resonate with or whoever you work with those spirits in their lifetime. And now it's your turn.
Mhm, mhm.
You either been here before or you haven't, but either way, they are here to help you. And that's why with numbers, they can they probably won't speak the same language you speak, and most of them, they if you talk to them, it's like an utterance of words. Like, it's not even words, it's sounds. It's not.
Yeah.
You're like, what is this? But with numbers, they can communicate to you clearly what they're
Yeah.
talking about, and like I said, they'll call you out on your stuff. And sometimes, and they'll come right back behind you and say, "We love you and keep up the good work."
No, right? But
I'm like,
get your stuff together.
right. Oh yeah, and yeah, so yeah, numbers are real, and if they come in repeatedly, they really want you to pay attention to that number because it has a meaning. Every number in the whole number has a meaning, but the overall meaning, that's what they really want you to take home. And not
Yeah.
all websites are. I don't. My spiritual team led me to a particular website
Mm,
that resonate more than any other website that I have
mm.
seen out there. And that the one I recommend, I think it will be, I think it's much better than the other website. And I'm not a sponsor for them, but I can give that to you, or put
Yeah,
in the
I
link.
put it down here in
And
the chat.
yeah, yeah,
Uh-oh.
it's called Sun Signs,
So,
SUNSIGNS.org. And they tend to be more on point. They'll even tell you with the number if it's your guardian angel, or is it your a fairy or ascended master talking to you, or if it's just straight up God, like, hey, I got you.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So even
I'm gonna have to.
yeah, it's called Sun Signs, SUNSIGNS.org. That's the
Okay.
best website to me that my spiritual team have led me to, when
Mhm.
researching numbers, because all this, yeah, that's the best site that I resonate with, and that has also helped me on my spiritual journey when communicating with numbers.
Mm. And then two, especially if somebody is new to the spiritual walk, kind of pushing aside, just understanding who they are and how their life is unfolding and answers the questions and things of that nature. And if they may not have practice or enhance their like clairvoyance or audience and such to be able to hear, then this is a great way for them to practice. Because I know, like when I first started, I would see 111. Oh, that was my question. I'm sorry, I just interrupted myself. What about, like, I know for me, like I see my birthday a lot. My birthday is 11/22, so I see it
That has
all the
that's a
time.
meaning. That's a meaning. That's a
For your own.
meaning. It for your own birthday. That's it. Got a whole meaning. Yeah.
Wow.
If you go to that website, you can just type
Yeah.
in 11122 angel number. If you don't feel like
Okay.
going, and just look for sun signs, and it will come up and it'll tell you. It'll give you a snapshot of what the number means. But if you want to
Mm,
go more in detail, that website is very good on breaking down the number all the way down to the T,
wow.
and it also discuss it on a love standpoint,
Mm,
what you and your partner need to work on when it comes to this number, or it'll just tell you overall what this number mean, and what you need to consider doing.
mm, mm,
But it
mm.
means something. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look it up.
Yeah,
So
look it up.
let me ask you this question. We touched on it a little bit, but like for people that are seeing repeated numbers, like one of the things that's really popular is seeing like the 111 or the 222 or the 444. But you mentioned earlier that it's not always the triple digits, especially if it's paired up with other numbers.
Right.
But let me ask you this too. So like if does one set of numbers have more weight than the other, or is it pretty much just okay?
It's like I said, when you see those numbers, since the world has
Mhm.
been conditioned to say, "Oh, I'm special. I see 111." No, I mean you special, but you ain't that. Well, you special, but your spiritual team really trying to get you a message. That's what they really
Yeah.
trying to do. And sometimes they use those 111 just to reassure you that you are special, that you
Mm,
taking the time to acknowledge their presence, because
mm,
the world is so busy and so noisy, they can't get your
mhm,
attention but through numbers, and
mm,
they everywhere. You can I even see they angel numbers, but I call them God message to you, because
mm,
God used angels, he used spirits, he used your ancestors, he used anybody to get to you.
mm,
And the way they come, God, he really, I mean, he omnipotent, so it's kind of like, okay, I got these people assigned to you, you good. You can
yeah,
work with whoever you want to work with, you good, because I'm not finna bend your will. So
yeah.
whoever working with you, they need to talk to you. And if you, like I said, if you don't have time to meditate,
Mm-hmm.
numbers is your thing. Numbers, they are very accurate, very accurate. They, like I
Yeah.
said, numbers are the thing. So, but with those triple digit, even like even double digits, like if you see 22 or 11, then they trying to get your attention on another number that's present at the time, and
Mm,
that they try, because it can be a thought to you and you ain't even ask for their help, but that number come through and address what you might be you need to think about, or you probably was thinking about.
yeah.
So
So we
yeah.
got some comments real quick. Oh, sorry. Go
Okay.
ahead. Go. No, no. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, go ahead.
Go. Go. Oh. I was just gonna say, I see Alex love this. Yay! Thanks, Alex. Thanks
Yeah.
for joining us. And then Kane07 on YouTube says, "So proud of you. Keep being a blessing and God's messenger."
Yes,
That
most
was cute.
definitely. Yes, because God, I just want to share with the world that, God loves you. He didn't send you here on this earth to be alone and you just
Mhm,
bump around. He really sent, when he said he sent help, that's exactly what he
mhm,
did. And
mhm,
yours, and it can come in any form. And the world has conditioned us, not all, but the ones who's are open minded, but the ones are still closed minded. The world has conditioned us to believe it's only one, this way or that way. But we can
mhm,
use all ways. It's a lot of
mhm,
ways to get something done. And
mhm,
if you're open to numbers, because I get as a Christian, I used to, my denomination was Baptist. Um,
mhm,
Even with my family, I get a little kickback from telling them, hey, they like, why you writing down that number? I was like, oh, God trying to get a message to me, or this is
mm,
message, because this
mm,
God is the numbers, He's everything. So God is the
mm.
number, but He let your guardian angels, ascended master, like I said, whoever you resonate with, or it can be an ancestor. That's their
Mm.
way of talking to you.
So
So
let me.
you're never alone.
Mm, I love it. I love it. Let me
Amen.
ask you, because you mentioned that you your family gives you a little bit of kickback sometimes because you're writing down numbers. So I guess it's more of a comment, but your response was, God is trying to get a message to me. And so if we look at how people get messages, as far as like preachers or pastors or deacons or whatever, wouldn't it be the same thing? I know this is a rhetorical question, but wouldn't that be the same thing?
It actually it is the same thing, but the way society has set up in religion, tradition, whatever you want to call it, they feel like
Mhm.
only one person can get this message. No, that is not
That's
true. That as, as
that's
Mara said, that is not true. No. Um,
yeah.
God, when He used the numbers, He wants you to be. He want to get you the message, and that's the only way. That's the simplest way He can get it
Yeah.
to you. And
Yeah.
everybody is special. You come here on earth to fulfill a mission. You and God had a big discussion before you came, and He already
Mhm.
assigned some people to you because you helped some other people. Probably some people been here multiple times. Some people only been here one time. It just depends.
Mhm.
But typically, since this world is so busy, it, it
Mhm.
got it got to be another way. And when God brought this to my attention,
Mm.
he taught this to me.
Mm.
I didn't even ask for this. I didn't ask for this awakening. Okay, I was just trying to clean my house one day, and
I,
I didn't ask for this. And God was like, yeah, I need you to look at this number, bling bling bling, but I really want you to look up this number, because this number gonna answer your question, or gonna guide you on your path for the day. Or, and like I said, they talk to you all day long, but so tradition and religion has taught us that only one person, i.e. the pastor, could
mm.
give the message, and that is not true.
Mm. I
That is
mean,
not true.
last time I checked, if I cut myself, and they cut themselves, we're gonna bleed just the same.
Yes, yes, and they think that if they've been called, they can just tell all people what to do, and
Yeah.
on their spiritual, and it's not even spiritual, it's on a religious and tradition walk. It's not even
Yeah.
spiritual, because if we can all get in the mindset of, you can work with any spirit, you are a
Mhm.
spirit being, we can get a
Mhm.
lot done. We can get a
Mhm.
whole lot done, because
Mhm.
division divides us, that
Yeah.
and when it comes to this. So we can get more done if we will call on different spirits. Now, it's some
Mhm.
dark spirits and it's some
Mhm.
light spirits,
Mm.
but just know, dark, Light always trump dark. Just to let anybody try to do that, but I digress. Uh, so, but
Oh,
if
yes.
people will understand that, then the numbers is the I think it's an easier way for somebody who really want to do, walk a spiritual life instead of a religion or a traditional life.
Mhm. Let,
Yes.
let me ask you this. And when you mention like the dark energy and the dark spirits and stuff, do they try to communicate with us through numbers too? Or what do you
No,
think?
no,
Okay.
no.
Okay.
These are God numbers. No,
This
no.
dog.
I,
I'm sorry.
they try to imitate, but they cannot communicate.
Ah, that's good.
Meaning they use the numbers
Oh,
like the 777, the 666, or the 33 as a manipulation tool, but they have no message behind it. And that's what the
mm,
world uses as a manipulation tool. But when you see the number and it correlates and another number is present, that's a message
mm,
from your spiritual team trying to get a message to you. They can't communicate any negativity to you through
mm,
numbers. All they can do is do the flashing lights. That's it. That's all they got. That's
mm.
all the tricks they
Yeah,
got. That's it.
that's interesting. That was a
That's it.
legitimate question. I never
Yes,
thought about it. But yeah. So, okay. Let me ask you this. For somebody that's watching, if like even if they have been on their spiritual walk for a long time and they really haven't started, like they pay attention but they haven't paid attention, like we talked about keeping a little notepad with writing down, a meaning, or I'm sorry, writing down the number and then writing down what you might have been thinking, feeling, or maybe even questioning in that moment down so that you can reference it later. Is there any other are there any other, I'm sorry, this dog will not leave me alone. So y'all, this is
of
Dreamy
course.
again. um, what other tools or what other suggestions do you give to people who are, kind of just now really paying attention to the numbers that surround them in their life?
Um, I would say the simplest way, because like
Mm,
I said, we all have busy lives. We all have that. We don't mean to neglect the spiritual realm, but we do. We don't mean to, but we do. The simplest way is don't just keep it simple.
mm,
Spirituality is about keeping it simple, and that's what I
mm,
have learned to do. Don't overcomplicate it. Keep it simple.
mm,
Because if the spirit gonna work with you, it gonna work with you either way.
mm.
You cannot run away your guardian angels or whoever you resonate with. You cannot run them away. They'll be like, okay, well, we're finna go over here and sit. Well, we're not gonna even sit down. We just gonna keep coming at you and until you listen to us. I would say sit down, but no, they don't. They team no sleep, literally. So I would say the simplest thing to do is just write down the number. Don't even think about what you was thinking about, because if you scatterbrain like I am, you probably can't even think about what you was thinking about to see this number. And you probably was thinking multiple things at the same time, and you don't
Mhm.
know what you was thinking for them to come for you. Okay, so so when you started out, if you see like someone put in the comments 333 on the clock, that means
Oh,
that you this is for you to listen to, because your spiritual team they've been hollering at you. they
mm.
when the more numbers you see repeatedly, that's how they yelling at you. Okay, so if you see
Oh.
2222, they like, will you please listen? Oh my gosh. And they get a little attitude sometimes, but they
Mm.
come back with love. But
Yeah,
they
yeah,
they really they just happy that you acknowledging their presence. So if you see 333 on the clock, they say, thank gosh, they finally seen me. Now I can get their attention on other things that's going on in their life. And the simplest thing, like I said, when you see that number or you see two numbers, if you see a same number come in twice on your notification, you look at a car tag, and it probably, I'm not gonna get too deep, but numbers get even, it can get a little, it's levels to it. So sometimes, ain't
Okay.
no sometimes. Okay, so God used letters to get a message to you, but you have to
Okay.
convert them to numbers.
Mm.
So sometimes
Yeah.
you'll see on the back of a tag 222,
Mm.
but you probably see you know how they put on tag. It could be B, letter B as in boy, A as in apple, H as in Harry. You
Mm-hmm.
convert those numbers, so that's really 218.
Mm.
And you, that's the number, that's the message that he trying to get to you, which is the
Wow.
God trying to get to you, or your guardian angel, ascended master. They want you to convert those letters into numbers and then look it up.
Wow.
Just write it down. Don't think about it, just write the number down,
Yeah.
go to that website, and convert those letters into
Mm-hmm.
numbers, and that's the
Mm-hmm.
number you need to research, and that's the message they want to get to you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. That's why I said, please go deep, because I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
that's what my spiritual team brought to me, because I don't know, I'm a little nerd or whatever. I don't know,
Oh, it's okay.
I'm just open to different stuff, but they brought that to my attention because they're like, okay, next lesson. So
Yeah.
now we're gonna use letters, but I need you to convert them to numbers, because the
Yeah.
number is the message. And
Wow.
yeah, that could be a message too. And like some people, they just be putting stuff on their tag, they don't even know what they putting on their tag because it's a
Mm,
message. And when you see certain cars probably cut you off, and it got like 6 6, but you see another number 5 8, the five
mm-hmm.
eight is the message. Like that car was destined to cut you off to get a message to you. It's a lot of ways that God, your spiritual team, be trying to get these numbers to you and to get these
Man.
messages, because you saying, I'm praying, help me, and they like, I ain't sent you this number, I'm gonna try to send it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, they will send it again. They will send it again. I get repetitive number. They're like, you gonna get this message.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I had known that yesterday, man. I was driving. The light was red, and I literally was getting ready to pull off, and here comes somebody from the left in front of me to get in the turning lane that was already backed up, so I couldn't even keep straight. I had some choice words, but
Of course.
I didn't pay
Yeah.
attention to I didn't pay attention to the license plate. I was more upset than anything. I was like, "You
and
aren't."
and
Okay.
and in order, and another thing that God has taught me, and my ancestors, my guardian angels, my archangels, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, my spiritual team, who I rock with, they have
Mm-hmm.
taught me that if you're in a negative energy, you miss
Mm.
the whole message every
Ah,
time.
I know I missed
But
it. I was like,
but guess what? They are patient with you. So
oh.
now that you know, you'll be more conscious, even if you pissed off at them. You
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, hold on. I just seen 5 5 on their tag, or five five
Mm,
five five, but I see
mm,
some letters next to it. I need to write
mm-hmm,
that down. Just write it
mm.
down, because that's a message on your
Okay.
receipt. I just be laughing when you see 10 10, 12 12. They be showing all the way out. It just, that's letting them know we here. We are here. What's up? They ride for
Yeah,
you. So yeah. So
somebody
you have to
said.
work in positivity. But we
Yeah,
human, we're spirit living a human experience. So
yeah,
don't don't beat yourself up. Like I said, just
mm,
write down the numbers and research them when you get home.
yeah,
And if you have time, you can just research them when you get to a stopping point. But that number, or those letters that you have to convert into numbers, is a message for you.
mm.
It's, yeah.
So Checky said everything is orchestrated. So in the
Yeah.
comments, now here's the thing, and I think that is the perfect way to really describe what I was trying to say earlier with the planets and geometry and stuff.
Hmm.
Is the orchestration? Orchestration, is that a word? I don't know. Of the planets and the synchronicity and how numbers play into that. Yeah, there's something there. I don't know how to
Yeah.
put it into words, but there's something there.
Yeah. Everything, like I said, every number has a certain vibration, but I'm not teaching on the with my spiritual journey. I'm just trying to get you the message first,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
once they get your attention, they'll take you on the journey.
Mm,
Don't worry,
mm.
they will take you on that journey, because now they got your attention, and guess what? You
Yeah,
cannot turn them off. You cannot turn them off. It's
Lord.
over. It's over. You open now. You are woke, and you can't even go back to sleep. Not
Nope.
even with not even with some Ambien. Nothing. You then even when you sleep, they talking to you.
Hmm. I tried
Hmm.
to turn it off, I think, between the age of 25 and 28. They're like,
No.
nope, you gotta put it on back
Nope.
in here.
Nope. Nope. I mean, that was a good effort, but nope. You can't turn me off, because once I'm turned on, it's I'm not. We here. We here.
Right.
so,
Oh,
so
Lord.
yeah.
Okay. In the comments, oh, I realized this about the letters too. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
what is it? Feels like my team is at Checky, did you say what does it feel like when my team is upset? I think I might have misunderstood. So definitely write that down in the comments so we can get your question answered, dear.
Oh,
Um,
your team. I think I know what she's talking about. I don't know,
oh, okay.
but your team, they love you, and they are your biggest cheerleaders. They want you to be great. They your spiritual team, whoever you resonate with, they patient with you, and they really want the best for you, and they really want you to walk your purpose here on earth,
Mm,
wherever that may looks like. So
mm,
they will get, sometimes, your ancestors, they've been here before, so of course they're gonna have a human experience and kind of go off on you a little bit in the numbers. But it's in a way of comforting you. It's just tough love sometimes, because they know what they do. They know you, and they know what to say to you to get through to you to do what you need to do.
mm.
So
I hope you receive that, Checky. I hope you receive that. You got this. You got this. You got this. So this is
yes.
also interesting about all of these numbers and things. Like, I mean, I realized, of course, the repeating patterns, but I never really thought about the rest of it. And this is gonna make for an interesting time now, because now I'm gonna be looking everywhere like, what's that number? What's that number? What's that number? And I know that's not really the way that you're supposed to, unless you want to get, I guess, used to seeing it and feeling it and knowing it, and then you can kind of chill a bit. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you don't even have to seek it. It's gonna come.
Okay.
You don't trust. I don't. When they get my attention all the time, and I'm not like, oh, look at here. No, what
Yeah.
we have a lot of thoughts that goes on throughout the day, and they have a
Mm-hmm.
lot to talk about. So don't you worry. If you're thinking a thought and it's negative, and it's going
Yeah.
against, if it's going against your soul purpose, that's when you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna get a number, and
Uh,
you'll get numbers to encourage you. That's what, and you'll get numbers to tell you way to go. You on the right path.
mm-hmm.
Whatever you thinking, and we think a lot. You don't have to seek numbers. They gonna come. Now that they have enlightened you on how they've been trying to communicate to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. This is good. I mean, you
Yeah.
taught me a lot today.
Yes. Yes.
You have
Uh,
taught me a lot.
yes. I just hope that everybody can, walk their spiritual path, and know that God loves you, and what you doing is not wrong. It's all the way
Mm-hmm.
right. You either gonna learn a lesson, or you gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's no mistakes, it's lessons.
Mm.
No
Mm.
mistakes, it's lessons. So,
I love it.
and yeah.
Go ahead. No, go
Oh,
ahead.
I was just saying, so, and like I said, if just be mindful, and you will be now, because you being here at this moment, at this time, is not by a mistake. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned that nothing's by mistake, it's on purpose. So
Mm-hmm.
your spiritual team, if you really are trying to elevate your walk, however that may looks like, however
Mm-hmm.
that may be, or however it may look, then numbers can get you started.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you real quick, because I know we were winding down, but let me ask you, because in the comments, Tamun said it also depends on your vibration. And I think they were talking about earlier when you had just mentioned, I don't know. Well, maybe I might be making up something, Tamun. So if I'm wrong,
Mhm.
correct me in the comments. But is it about like your vibration in the moment when you see the numbers? If
No,
that
it's
makes
on your
sense?
feel. It's on your feelings. It's your
Ah, okay.
feelings. Feelings
Okay.
equals your vibration. Whatever you
Mm,
feeling, because we
mm,
attach memories with feelings. So
mm,
whatever you're feeling at the time, that's why a law of attraction works, is based off of what you feel in that moment, because your brain
mm,
don't know what's true or what's not true about your
mm,
moment. So
mm,
vibration is really just feelings. Keep it
mm,
simple. Don't overthink it. Whatever you
mm.
thinking about, or how you in your feelings, that number gonna come through,
Yeah.
and they're gonna
Yeah.
address that feeling.
Awesome sauce.
Mhm.
I love it. Thank you. So here, let me tell you real quick. I want everybody to go and follow. I'm sorry. Were you
Oh,
about to
I'm
say something?
done.
Oh,
No, I'm
okay.
fine.
I'm trying to put up all of your follow links, but for whatever reason, the reason why you keep seeing it disappear and reappear at the bottom is because for whatever reason, it's not popping up. So simple. You are on Facebook, you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram, and I can't, well, my
YouTube.
camera can't go over there, but right there, that is her name on all of those platforms and on YouTube. And
Yeah.
so if y'all are joining us from YouTube, if you're on my channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to her channel. And if you're on her channel, subscribe to me too. But but this is all about you. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. This is very informative.
Yeah.
This is very,
And just
very
just to let you all know that Jennifer's my mentor, and I love her to death.
oh, thank
And
you.
she is awesome. And guess what? Spirit, my numbers guide me to her,
Mm, mm,
because
mm.
it told
Yeah,
me
I
I
remember
needed
you
a
telling me that.
mentor. I needed a mentor. I need somebody who is experienced, and that's through numbers.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm, mm. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Tamara said it's crazy that this is what the lab is about today because it's been happening to me so much recently. Synchronicity, right on time, right where you're supposed
Mhm.
to be.
Yes. So, but just, yeah, you all just stay positive. I know it's hard, but stay positive. But that's okay. You got numbers. Write them down. Look them up later. I'm pretty sure it's something that you needed to hear that day or in that moment.
Hmm. And
Yeah.
y'all, real quick too, be sure to go follow her right here. Yeah, I can see my finger. The sun is like, psh. But make sure to follow her because she don't know I'm gonna say this, but she's gonna be breaking down all of the numbers and how they really apply to your life, right? And so not necessarily just going to the website, but having somebody that you can talk to. I mean, I guess virtually talk to really get deeper meaning on how to guide your life, especially through the numbers. Ain't that right, Teresa?
That's my mentor for me. She keeps
Yeah.
pushing me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes.
Yes. Yes.
So thank you so much for joining me today, Sharisa. I really, really, really do appreciate it. And so make
Not a
sure y'all go
problem.
All
Yes,
right.
thank
Well,
you.
you're welcome. Until next Sunday, I will be back on live. I had to take a break for a few weeks, but I will be back. But make sure to join me next Sunday when after I figure out what we're doing next Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or right here on the Jennifer L. Watson Show. See y'all later.
Bye.